Harold shuffled through the aisles of Nutley's Hardware, the fluorescent lights buzzing like angry bees. It was his third night on the job, the silence punctuated only by the creak of floorboards and his own ragged breaths. He neared the paint aisle, a place perpetually shrouded in half-light, when a new sound snagged his attention. A rhythmic tapping. Harold's heart hammered a frantic counterpoint. The store was locked tight. He traced the sound to a seemingly unremarkable spot on the far wall. There, nestled between paint cans of Pepto-Bismol pink and Sunshine yellow, was a hole, jagged and black like a missing tooth. The tapping came from within. Hesitantly, Harold grabbed a flashlight. Its beam revealed a cramped, dusty space beyond. Curiosity gnawed at him, warring with a primal fear. He reached into his pocket for his phone, but its signal bars were mockingly empty. With a deep breath, he shoved a paint can aside, the metal scraping a nauseating whine. The hole was just big enough to squeeze through. He shone the light inside, revealing a maze of exposed brick and cobwebs. The tapping grew louder, frantic now, accompanied by a scratching sound that set his teeth on edge. Gritting his teeth, Harold pulled himself through the opening, landing on a pile of loose mortar. The air was thick with the smell of damp earth and something else, faintly metallic. The space opened into a narrow tunnel, the floor uneven and littered with debris. The tapping echoed from ahead, joined by a faint, rhythmic whisper that sent shivers down his spine. Terror warred with a morbid fascination. He followed the sound, the tunnel twisting and turning. Finally, it opened into a small cavern, its walls rough with age and dripping with moisture. In the center, bathed in the sickly glow of his flashlight, was a sight that froze Harold's blood. A child, no older than 10, sat huddled against the far wall, her clothes ragged, her hair matted, but it wasn't her emaciated form that sent a scream curdling up his throat. It was her eyes. They were empty sockets, two black pits that seemed to devour the light itself. The tapping, he realized with a horrifying certainty, wasn't coming from her. It was coming from within the walls, a chorus of unseen things responding to their discovery. The child's head snapped towards him, a chilling smile splitting her bloodied face. The whispers crescendoed, a cacophony of voices promising a fate worse than the one staring out of those empty eyes. Harold, his sanity fracturing, scrambled back through the tunnel, the sound of tapping and scratching echoing behind him. He burst through the paint cans, collapsing onto the linoleum floor. The hole gaped open like a hungry maw. He scrambled away, dragging himself out of the aisle, the whispers still clinging to his ears. He didn't look back. The next morning, the paint cans were neatly stacked, the hole plugged with a hastily slapped-on patch. Harold sat at his desk, pale, hollow shell. He knew better than anyone the truth that lurked behind that wall. The tapping, faint now, a constant reminder that some things are best left undisturbed.